If you're watching this training, then you likely want more sales calls in your business. And if you want more sales calls in your business, you probably want to get beyond that 50K a month in cash collected mark with your business. Now, in this training, I'm going to go over exactly how we can build you an automated acquisition system that books 3 to 5 plus qualified sales calls every single day without paid ads, completely automated. Now, if you guys don't know me already, my name's Tom Hyder. I run a company called Systemized Scaling, where we essentially help coaches, consultants, agencies build a lead generation system and build out their sales process so they have the foundations to scale past 50K a month in cash. Now, first thing I want to do is go through why most coaches actually stay stuck. Now, a lot of coaches stay stuck between 5 and 50K a month. And the reason being is because they don't have enough leads. If they had more leads, they could sell more people, they could get more cash in the door. And one of the main reasons they don't have enough leads is because they rely on one lead generation channel. They don't have leverage because they need to hire setters, closers that perform to actually replace themselves. They don't have a way to get leads qualified and pre-sold on their calendar, and they think that paid ads will save them. Okay, as opposed to top echelon of coaches, consultants who are doing over 50 to 100K a month, they have fully trained closers and setters replacing themselves. They have predictable lead flow at scale. They have a strong sales process, and they have the right messaging and offer. Okay, so I'm going to go through the process where you can get past this mark and scale past 50K a month. But before I do, it's the exact sales process that pretty much allowed Joel to close a 10K deal, replace himself with a closer and setter, and consistently get high ticket deals in his business. Now, what I want to do is just go through for a minute who I am and why I'm qualified to talk about this and how I came up with this process. So I started in sales as a door-to-door sales rep. I was knocking on doors for 14, 16 hours a day, getting doors slammed on me. It was tough. Then I went on to build and managing a sales team of 19 people, hiring and firing and training hundreds in the process, right? I learned a lot about building sales teams and scaling sales teams. I thought, you know what, I need to get to the next level. So I took it to the online space, right? A lot more leverage. And I started working as a closer with a guy called Bastian Slot, right? He had a coaching company doing 500K a month. And I learned everything in terms of appointment setting, lead flow, sales, building sales teams, managing closers, everything. And I took this experience to a company called Club Closer, high ticket sales coaching company, who I started with them at about 40K a month, right? And then I took the business to around 140K a month, collecting about 1.2 mil in cash for them in 12 months. Now, throughout this period, I was learning off a ton of mentors, including Eli Wild, Tony Robbins' old closer, Paul Daly, Iman Gadji's ex-CEO for Educate, Ravi Avarwala, William Brown, there's me lurking. And from all of this experience and trying ads on my own offer and it not working, me wasting thousands, is I found a system that allowed me to book 3 to 5 qualified sales calls every single day, automated, without wasting money on ads. I found a system that increases closing rate to 30 to 50% consistently, and a system that allows you to scale with trained closers and setters, freeing up time for the founders. And the exact same process allowed me to achieve a closing rate of 58% and replace multiple founders with trained closers and setters. So let's go through how to actually get leads in the first place. Now, typically there's 2 main ways to get leads, okay? Outbound content as well, and paid ads, but mainly outbound and paid ads. Now, the issue with outbound is it's effort intensive, right? It's not scalable on your own. And the issue with paid ads is if you have the wrong messaging, if you don't have the right offer, and if you don't have the right creative, if things aren't dialed into a T, then you are going to waste thousands, like I did, on ads that just don't get you results. So what do? We don't have the right messaging, and we don't have a way to get scalable outbound, but actually we do. And this is where this system comes in place. What we want to do is automate outbound so you have leverage, okay? So you have scalability. There is no point you just doing all the outbound yourself. We want to actually put in place a system that allows you to have multiple different accounts on multiple different platforms that automatically send out outbound DMs in a variation of different messages, okay? You can send 50 to 100 messages each set of accounts. So you get to the point where you're sending out 300 to 500 to even 1,000 DMs every single day. Now, is that scale or is that scale? Like, that's the position where you gain leverage and you can really consistently book sales calls every single day. And what we do is we place a setter or a VA into these accounts to allow them to carry on conversations and book qualified calls, give them a framework to really book those qualified calls for you. So you don't have to waste thousands on these ads and you don't have to do any outreach whatsoever. Okay, so this system gives you scale and leverage. But the next issue is some people find it hard to find good quality setters and closers, right, to replace yourself. So there is two ways of hiring appointment setters: in abundance and scarcity. Now, abundance is great. You have so many people to pick for, so many candidates, so many setters, good setters, bad setters. You can weed out all of the unqualified ones, okay? And you can pick in abundance, meaning you can get good quality setters for your offer. But most people operate in scarcity. They'll post on their story, I'm looking for a setter, or they'll ask for referrals, and they'll won't have too many people to choose from. And this is probably one of the most costly mistakes you can make: hiring a setter out of scarcity and not hiring a good one. That's exactly why we have a pipeline and we build pipelines for our clients full of closers and setters. So you don't have to pick out of scarcity, you can pick out of abundance. So what we do is we help you build a pipeline like this yourself, or we give you access to ours so you can just choose whenever you want for setters, VAs, and closers. Okay. But once you've got lead flow, once you're booking 3 to 5 plus qualified leads every single day with this system, you've got your messaging dialed in, you've got a good quality setter, you need a good sales process. You've got to be closing at 30 to 50%, because if not, you're wasting money and you're not getting as much cash as you can be. And if you hire a closer, they're not going to perform. So look at it this way. So you have a driver, aka a top quality closer, and you have a vehicle, aka a sales process. However expert this driver is, they can only go 80 miles per hour in this vehicle, right? Meaning they're wasting their potential. And what's going to happen is two things, right? They'll either leave quickly to find a new offer, or they're going to be capped at a certain point, not able to perform at their max. So what do? It's pretty much like building a house on sand. Foundations of sand, it's going to crumble. What we want to do is build a sales process that looks like this. Build a strong sales process that you can close at 30 to 50%, so that when you get a closer on board, they're going to stay, they're going to perform, they're going to replicate your performance. And you're probably thinking, how do I build a vehicle like this to attract good quality closers, setters, and scale past 50K a month? It's simple, right? And it's part of the acquisition accelerator framework that I came up with. First thing we want to do is we want to dial in your lead flow. We want to make sure you're booking 3 to 5 qualified calls a day, not having to put thousands and thousands in paid ads. Once that's dialed in, once that boxed off, what we want to do is focus on the sales. We want to make sure you're closing at a 30 to 50% closing rate, and leads are showing up qualified, pre-sold, and warm. And your show up rate is dialed in, and you have a follow-up and referral system so that you can add 20 to 30% in monthly cash onto your business. And once you've built a really good sales process that is a top quality vehicle, once you've got 3 to 5 book qualified calls every single day, we want to free you up. Like, the main goal of a business owner is to gain leverage to replace himself. So this is the part where we want to replace yourself with a closer or a setter. So we'll essentially place closers and setters into your business and onboard them, automating sales. And the last part is scaling. Okay. Once you have the messaging, once you see outreach works automated, you're booking in qualified leads, you've got the messaging dialed in. So you can add another lead generation system with the right messaging in ads, because you don't have to waste thousands testing to see what works. You've already tested it in outreach, which is automated. So this is how you can scale. We can build you a data tracker. We can build you a CRM. We can run ads so that you have the right messaging. And the end goal? 70 days, booking at least 3 to 5 sales calls a day and closing at a 25% plus closing rate. This is leverage, right? This process here is essentially leverage to get you to replace yourself in sales, book qualified calls, have a business where you're generating over 50K a month, and you are a happy business owner, not one just on a hamster wheel, struggling to generate leads, struggling to close deals. So essentially, if you want me and my team to build a 3 to 5 call a day booking system into your business, have us build you a sales process that can scale to 50K months, or have setters and closers hired, placed, and trained for you, then book a call below. And this process was the exact same process that got all of these results. Ed closed a 12K painful literally an hour after our call, which we helped him structure his sales pitch. No objections whatsoever. Joel, we've replaced him with a closer and a setter, closing 5K deals, 10K deals, 5K deals, 4K deals, keeping on closing deals without him having to even be on the sales calls. Of course, Club Closer, I helped them generate 1.2 million in cash collected in 12 months. Cam, he closed 30K in deals for the trading coaching offer he was selling. Sebastian closed 110K in cash collected for the B2B offer he was selling last month. Ali, he closed 30 big ones, as he calls it, in 2 weeks from the triage script we made him. And his clients are printing cash as well from the processes he's licensing from us. And as you can see, the process works. You can get replies and booked calls from high qualified prospects. For example, someone with 621K followers. Hey, Tom, he booked in a call. Someone with 132K followers. Hey, what's up? Let's set up an appointment. Someone with 47K followers. Like, as you can see, you can get good quality people because the messaging is dialed in and you have a process that's built for scale. And just to back all of this up, if you're any tiny bit skeptical, we operate on a completely risk-free basis. Essentially, we guarantee to build you a 3 to 5 plus call a day system in 70 days, or you just don't pay. And it's as simple as that. So just to really reiterate who this is for, it's for founders ready to systemize their business and gain leverage, founders above 5K a month in cash, founders who want freedom in their business, and you're likely looking for a simple way to book sales calls on autopilot and scale your high-ticket business, qualified pre-handled leads, showing up to your sales calls, and to build a business that works without you even being there. And I guess if you're still here, you probably want a business that wants to scale past 50K a month without going through a ton of sales reps or setters. So if any of what I just went through resonates with you, if you want me to build leverage and scale into your business, then book in a call below or message me the word hire on Instagram. Worst case scenario, the very worst case scenario is you book in a call, you get some free help on the call, we connect, you can go implement it on your own, and hey presto. So the very worst case scenario is you get some value and you can implement it. If you want to work with us, you can. If you don't, you don't. So I hope this helps. I hope you guys are ready to really build leverage into your business and get to the point where you don't need to work in your business. You can work on your business.